Okay, I finally finished it. I binged this series as fast as I could, which admittedly my binging skills are a little amateur at best. But let's talk about why you should be binging Boots.
I hereby welcome you to Marine Corps Recruit Depot. Now get the off my goddamn boss!
Oh dear.
Created by showrunner Andy Parker and based on the book The Pink Marine, Boots tells the story of Kieron Moore, a young man who decides to follow his friend into the Marines, not really realizing what he's getting into. It has the perfect blend of humor and drama and managed to pull me in and really held on to me. I was very compelled to continue watching this series. I wanted to see the next episode. That's why I binged this as fast as I could. Starting with these characters and the actors that play them, well, this is a really fucking awesome cast. Each person in this series brings something different to the table, something valuable, and offers something to the plot that would otherwise be missing if that person wasn't there. This train really is firing on all cylinders. Everybody here brings something and keeps the wheels moving. Miles Heizer is magnetic and he makes for a great lead character. Kieron Moore, his character in this series, is very, very relatable, especially to someone like me who is a gay man. And I think one of my favorite parts of his journey is watching him go from this guy who feels like he doesn't belong, he feels very out of place, to watching him rise to the occasion and eventually strive to completing boot camp. All the while maintaining who he is and his integrity, which is not an easy thing to do, especially when this show takes place. Because this is a time when gay people were not allowed in the military. More on my feelings on that a bit later because damn, I forgot we were that fucked up. There really is a lot of memorable characters in this series. I thought Cedrick Cooper was awesome. Angus O'Brien, this guy knows how to bring the laughs. He is the perfect blend of strange yet lovable. He comes around every so often, says something, he always made me laugh. But I think what was interesting about him was not the fact that he was this weird guy, it's that he was doing it on purpose. He wanted to provide that levity to all the situations, which I think is probably pretty helpful when you're going through boot camp. Nicholas Logan, Max Parker, Vera Farmiga. This is a really talented cast of characters, and most of them do get their chance to shine. Max Parker as Sullivan was one of the characters that had me locked in and invested. He starts out seeming like this really mean, hard-ass bully of a sergeant, but as you learn more about him throughout the season, or series, whatever it is, I'm not sure, you find out that there is something else going on with this guy. Behind every asshole, behind every gruff bully of a person, there is a story. So that was a pretty cool part of his story. I really did like his character. He and Miles Heizer had truly great chemistry. They have a contentious relationship throughout this series, but it's that relationship that really pushes Kieron to become more of the Marine that he is striving to be. It's this dynamic that really drives him forward, and so I liked their chemistry quite a bit. And of course, we cannot gloss over Liam O as Cameron's best friend Ray. These two enter the boot camp together. They arrive as friends, and it's their story that really provides the heart and soul of this series. It's these two characters that really pull us into the series and provide a lot of the story's soul and emotional resonance. But as I said, this is just a really well-made show. I was laughing quite a bit. It's actually quite funny. The humor works. It doesn't feel cheesy. It doesn't feel over the top. It just works. And yet there's still dramatic moments in this series that brought me to some surprising emotions. I wasn't expecting this series to make me get teary-eyed, and yet there was a couple moments for sure where I was feeling a bit of that. And I really appreciate a show that manages to balance that humor with that drama. It really has it all. Now, while I was watching this series, I guess I wasn't really registering what the time period was. I don't remember if they said in the beginning of the show what year it was, but I totally forgot. So here I am watching the series and I'm realizing, why are they making such a big deal about people being gay? Like, what the fuck is going on here? But then I realized, oh my God, there was actually a time in history, not even that long ago, where gay people were not allowed in the military. Talk about so fucking dumb. It really, really bothered me that we were like that we were ever like that, because this is a country that is formed by its battles. We fought to get the freedom that we have. And the people fighting in those battles are everyday people. Some of them are gay, some of them are trans. all of them more brave than a lot of us. And so the fact that people in our armed services had to hide who they are just so they could serve their country, it absolutely blows my mind and it really disappoints me. And this is not even a very distant history. I know for sure I personally would not sign up to fight for this country because there is a decent chunk of this country that doesn't even believe I have the right to be married. So yeah, I'm a little bit bitter about that. So those people who are able to be LGBTQ and rise to the occasion and be our heroes, well, I have mad respect for you. You're doing something that they really don't even deserve from you, but it is awesome, and we should all owe you. We owe you everything. I'm sorry, that was a bit of a rant. That's what you get with me, okay? Because not only do I talk about the movies and what works well about them and the TV shows, but I also talk about the story and how it relates to me, what it made me feel, because a well-written story is going to bring out feelings in you. It's going to remind you of your own life and things that you've experienced, because you know that these writers, they're drawing from their own life experience. In this case, this is based on a book, so it's a memoir from somebody. It's not exactly adapted from what I hear. There's a little bit of changing going on, but it's these kind of stories that really do pull you in and made me feel super mesmerized. I was pretty hooked on the show. The writing, the directing, the style, all these characters. The show is really well made. By the way, it also has a very awesome soundtrack, which really suits the time period. Again, it should have been obvious that it was not present time to me. I don't know what I was thinking. You just gotta pay attention to the opening scenes. I guess I was just so pulled into the show that I was just not really grasping everything. I was so into the story and these characters that I fucking forgot what year it takes place. For me, the show is well worth watching. It's on Netflix right now, so you can jump on and binge the whole series in one nice, easy go if you want, if you're intense, if you're hardcore. I gave this series a 9 out of 10. I think it's well worth checking out. Definitely a great series and another excellent addition to Netflix. This is the kind of stuff that makes their subscription worth it. If they were to continue pumping out stuff like this on a regular basis, people wouldn't be so up in arms, I don't think, about Netflix and their fucking famous price hikes. But because these things don't come around nearly as often as they should, that's where we start to get issues. Another rant. There we go. Another rant. If you've seen this series, go ahead and put your thoughts on it in the comments. I'd love to see what everyone is thinking of it. Let's hope that this is going to get a second season. I'm not really sure because this is based on a book, so was it written to be a couple seasons, 3 seasons? I have no clue. I do know that the way this last episode ended, it was kind of foreshadowing that maybe the next season, if they do a next season, it's going to be kind of bittersweet and there's going to be some tragedy going on. Like I said, this is a memoir. It's based on real time period. And so I think we have some dark stuff coming up if they do make another season. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button to let me know that you liked it, guys. It's a really good metric. I love the likes. Tap and send those likes. And if you want to hear more from me, subscribe to this channel. Later.